Hello everyone, and welcome to Aqua Documentaries. Today we'll be going over the Atlantic Ocean. For starters, here we have the humble whale shark. If you notice, the whale shark does not act...
Do you know how you wanted me to play Yu-Gi-Oh with you?
Yes. Could not wait.
Okay.
Now if you notice, the whale shark does
Okay, I waited. So you know how you wanted me to play Yu-Gi-Oh with you?
Yes.
So I got a couple cards.
Okay.
I heard Marincess was good. And
Right.
like, you know, it's a Marincess Battle Ocean. Is that good?
It depends if you're playing Marincess or not. In Marincess, yes, it's good.
Well, why isn't it good outside of that?
It only works with Marincess.
But it's a Battle Ocean. It's a battle card. It's good.
No. It's a Marincess card, and it specifically only works with Marincess cards.
Doesn't look like that. It looks like it's actually in a stadium.
There are no stadium cards, there are Marincess cards.
I think that's dumb. I should use it for everything.
But it won't work.
Well, will it work well with Ultimate Crystal Magic?
Why would you run Ultimate Crystal Magic with Marincess?
Because it's ultimate.
Yes, and?
It's magic.
It doesn't do anything with the Marincess.
So she can't ultimate the crystal magic?
No, she cannot ultimate the crystal magic.
Okay, fine. Go back to your thing, then.
Thank you. So, the whale shark...
Okay, so is Chaos Hunter better?
What do you mean better?
Well, you said that the other one wasn't good with that one, so is Chaos Hunter better?
But like, that...
Is it better for me to play it? I got two of them.
I guess, but there's not really, like, a point in either.
I wanted to get more, but I couldn't find any more. I like the artwork. I wanted to have, like, 5 of them.
Did you just go through all of my boxes?
I wanted to have, like, 5 of them. I think they're cool.
If I go to my room, will I find my binders empty?
No, I totally bought them myself.
So I won't find my binders with my sleeved and expensive cards all over the floor.
Oh, it's expensive?
Is that the card I think it is?
What do you think it is?
Is that my DDS Blue Eyes?
I have blue eyes. It matches well with the Marincess card.
Why the fuck did you take that out?
Because it matched. It was pretty together.
I had that in a case. How did you open that?
It said, please open.
No, it did not.
I don't read. You wanted me to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, fine. If you don't want me to touch those, can I at least play Clobbopus with Marincess? It's another fish.
No, it's not. Don't bend it. Why are you bending it? Why are you... Stop. What?
Hey fishermen, AquaDuelist here, and today guys, I'm giving you a deck profile on this Marincess deck that I've been rocking at locals recently. I've been consistently going 2-1 with this deck, and last tournament, the only loss I had was against Sprite, and we went into game 3. I spooky dogwooded him, I side decked that card, and he went for Red Resonator. Sadly, he gained 200 more life points than me, but like that was just an insane match, so I'm cool about it. It was just great. So, but yeah, so this deck's really insane. It's awesome. Just 1-card combos. Honestly, kind of reminds me of was it Dual Avatar? Because Dual Avatar is another deck that's just like 1-card combos, and your main deck, you still left like half the space of it. So it kind of reminds me of that in a sense, but this has more of like toolbox options, which I do like. So starting off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Blue Tang. This card is the best monster in the main deck. 1-card starter. Basically Foolish Burial's a Marincess, and then when you send this off for linking and such, you get to excavate the top 3. If you have a Marincess card in those, you add to hand. If not, you just shuffle them back into the deck. So yeah, it's pretty good overall. Next up, 3 copies of Marincess Seahorse. This card's probably like the second best card in the main deck as far as monsters go. It's basically kind of like another 1-card starter. I mean, you know, if you get this instead of Blue Tang, that's fine. You can basically still go through with the combo. And then it's also just doubles up as an extender, so it's really freaking good. It's got another effect where you can banish it from the grave except the turn that it was sent, and then special summon Marincess from hand. So, you know, you can basically follow up next turn without having to waste your normal summon. So yeah. I am opting to run 3 copies of Pasculus. I'm particularly running 3 because I want to be able to recycle my copies of Wave for those grindy games. I'm opting just to play 1 Wave, so yeah. So I feel like if you're playing 1 Wave, you know, I mean, you know, you should be anyway. Definitely want to run this at 3. I know I've seen people run it at 2, and I just think it's better at 3. And then, you know, it basically also special summons a Marincess from hand when you normal summon it, or special summon it even. So, you know, this with like Blue Tang is basically like, you know, Bahamut Toad, and, you know, it's just nice when you see this with Blue Tang because you get to go combo like you usually would, but you also get to have that totally awesome on the field for another negate. Next up, 3 copies of Marincess Spring Girl. Really good, solid extender for the deck. Nothing else I can really say about her. I just love it. She's got like a burn effect, which can come up, which is nice. And then I do opt to play 1 copy of Marincess Sleepy Maiden. It's just there as a extender. She's sadly level 5. I wish she was level 4, but you know, she's just another extender if needed. So next up for the hand traps, I play 3 copies of Ash. It's pretty standard. Every deck should be playing Ash. And then I'm also opting to play 3 copies of Deity Crow. I don't know. It's just I don't really. We have a guy at locals who plays Eldritch, and you know I just basically want to use this to banish the Golden Lords and such. And you know there's just matchups where you know this just kind of comes up, so that's why I main deck it. So yeah. Now going on to the spells, playing 3 copies of Signet Mining. It's just there for consistency. Discard a card and get a Cyberse monster, so get you whatever you need. 3 copies of Forbidden Droplet. You have to play this card with this deck. It is very much mandatory. If you go full combo and you get this, you basically get 2 monster negates because the way this works is basically even though the equip card, you know, the equip Marincess cards, you know, are basically spells on the field, they go to grave, they're considered monsters, so that's what that checks. So basically, you know, full combo with this, you're getting 2 monster negates, you know, because you'll have the 2 equip monsters. So yeah, you get the idea there, guys. Next up, I am playing 3 copies of Lightning Storm. The reason why I am playing this is because if I lose the dice roll, you know, I have something. And then, you know, it's kind of nice where I don't have to side these in. And, you know, I'm also playing Droplet. Last tournament I went to, like, every round, basically when I was going second, I ended up opening Lightning Storm with the Droplet. So that was pretty nice, just, you know, going Droplet, discarding 2, Lightning Storm, and then just 1 card comboing off of, like, you know, Blue Tang or Seahorse was really freaking nice. I just loved that so much. So, but yeah, it's here, like, if I lose the dice roll, you know, I at least have something main deck-wise I feel that's kind of like a blowout card. You know, also back row decks, we do get those at locals here and there, so yeah. Next up, 2 copies of Pod Desires. You just gotta be smart when you use it. You know, we are just playing 1 copy of Wave and 1 copy of Battle Ocean. So yeah, you basically use this after you combo off, or if you really need to use it, you know, when you first start off, then you know it's there. Next up, 2 copies of Dive. I think 3 is a little too much at times, and it's just it's nice. It's just like it basically is Monster Reborn, or if Battle Ocean's on the field, you get to summon from deck, so that's pretty cool. I love it. 1 copy of Battle Ocean. Basically just when you summon your big boss monster Argonaut, this basically gives it 3 Marincess links from the grave as equips. So you get the spell negate with Argonaut, and then your other 2 you can use as monster negates with Droplet. So you basically go combo, and if you have Droplet, that's 3 negates. This just gives you basically 3 negates, which is pretty freaking nice. So that's it for the spells. Now going on to the traps, I feel more traps than usual. I feel like everyone's just basically, going like just a bunch of hand traps, and it's just, I don't know. It's kind of to me. I feel like if I play, like 12 hand traps, I always brick with them, and never get I usually get the ones that are the least effective in the matchup. So yeah. So first of all, 3 strikes, just strikes really stupidly good. I love this card. 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. It's good going first or second, so yeah. And then the 1 copy of Wave, which I love this card. It's basically Infinite Impermanence and makes your water monsters unaffected by opponent's monsters and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty good. I love it. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Now going off to the extra deck, play 2 copies of Slug. She gets you a Marincess monster back from the grave. 2 copies of Marincess Sea Angel. She gets you a Marincess spell from deck. And 2 copies of Marincess Coral Anemone. She basically revives a water monster from the grave with 1500 attack or less, and then when she leaves the field, you get to add a Marincess card from your grave to hand. So if they do pop your Battle Ocean, you can get it back with this, or if you don't have the Pascalist to recycle that wave, you can get it back with this. You can basically get whatever you need, but yeah, she's just really good. So those 3 are the ones in particular you play 2 of. In case, if you combo off, you get stopped somewhere, you basically have another one as a backup, or, you want to go ahead and combo off again next turn, you can. Next up, I play 1 copy of Marincess Marbled Rock. She's pretty good. She's okay. I don't go into her a whole lot, though. Then 1 copy of Marincess Coral Triangle. She searches out your copy of Marincess Wave. Really good. Love her. 1 copy of Argonaut. She's basically a spell and trap negate. Love this card. And then, if you get, Coral Anemone equipped to her as the equip spell, when you use that first, spell or trap negate, you want to summon this, and you have more follow-up for next turn to give you that OTK. And then for the last Marincess link I play 1 copy of Great Bubble Reef. I like Great Bubble Reef. I feel now that we have Argonaut, she's just not as good as far as, Marincess goes. She's kind of like, to me, like a secondary-esque boss monster. Basically just gets you those draws, which are really nice. And then, she can just make herself slightly bigger, which is cool. But yeah, she's just like, I feel like she's better in other decks besides Marincess, but she's not terrible in Marincess. To me, she's just a secondary boss monster, but I do still love this card. For non-Marincess links, I play 1 copy of Splash Mage. Honestly, I kind of want to cut this card. It's kind of like a third Coral Anemone in a sense. It's just I don't think it's good. It's as good. There's times where, like, you know, it kind of comes up. You know, you make Coral Enemy, you can make Splash Mage afterwards. Like, it doesn't happen a whole lot. It's just, I don't know. I think out of 12 games, I've only had this come up once. So I don't know. I'm debating on whether I really want to cut it. Next up, one copy of World Sea Dragons, Marincess. This card is the fucking GOAT. You go second, you pop this off after making Coral Enemy here. You are just effectively getting rid of all your opponent's monsters. You know, you banish them. They can't come back because you're locked into water. You know, you're the one special summoning their monsters back, so, you know, you can't do that if you can only special summon water monsters. So you just get to banish your opponent's monsters and, you know, just kind of say fuck you in a sense. I love it. It's so good. Just absolute freaking GOAT. So that's it for the links. Also, real quick, I do want to say something else that kind of sucks with Splash Mage, since he locks you into Cybursts. You know, you can't do the Marincess play, which kind of sucks. So that's another little reason why I'm thinking about maybe just cutting Cyburst Magician, you know, or Splash Mage, sorry. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Next up, playing the Bahamut Shark with the Toad, because, you know, we have some level 4s, so no reason really not to. It's just another negate, and, you know, Omni Negate with a just take instead if you want. It's pretty freaking good. Toad is just arguably one of the best XCs to exist. I love him. And then lastly, one Kragan. It's just there kind of like, you know, for a utility to pop something and burn. You know, so like, yeah, if I was going into game 3, I'd probably make this over Bahamut Shark just to burn. So yeah, it's just kind of like there for, you know, time and, you know, that pop utility. So overall, it's still a really good card. I love it. Kragan Control, I miss it so much, but eh. So guys, I hope y'all really enjoyed this deck profile. And, you know, we got more deck profiles coming. I'm sorry it took so long for me to really, you know, just make another one. Life's been hectic. So, guys, go ahead and harpoon that like button if you really like this video. Harpoon that subscribe button. Really helps the channel out. Go ahead and comment any comments y'all have. I will see y'all in the next video.